don't know about the ethics of keeping fairies in bottles, but that's not what we're talking about today. Hi guys, I wanted to do a quick little video about how to make these cards. So I've been kind of testing things out. I got this set of stickers that comes with like the bottles and the flowers and the fairies. So it comes with flowers, and the little bottles, and the fairies. And they're all on this clear backing, which is particularly important for the bottle. So like the bottle also has like the iridescence on it, which is very pretty. And then like it's like the little flowers living in that bottle. So I made these little cards so you can even see that between, I made this card here first and then this card, so you can even see that between making this card and this card I thought of some things. This project is not difficult to do, but it did take some thinking, and so I just wanted to show my thought process. So I wanted it to be so that the fairy looked like it was in the bottle when it was closed, but then the fairy was free when the cards open. And then I also wanted there to be flowers and some kind of layering of flowers, some sort of layering effect. So on this one, I put it so that the flower was on the outside of the sticker. That was before I kind of figured it out. And then this one, you can see the flowers with like on the inside of that sticker, on the inside of the window. So that might not make sense yet, but let me go through the steps. So the first step is to choose your bottle, choose your fairy, choose your flower. So I have started to do that here. So based on like the size of the bottle, you want to make sure that the fairy will fit inside. And then if you want to put some flowers in there too, you don't want it to block the fairy too much, but probably just a little bit because you do want there to be a layered effect. And then you can see what other flowers you can put in and still kind of see like that. Some flowers will be on the back side with the fairy, and some will be on the front side with the bottle. So you have to kind of think about that. So this one will be on the back side with the fairy. This one will be on the front side with the bottle. But you can still kind of see it all like through this little circle. So then you take your card, and I just used a 6x8 cardstock pack. I took 3 pages because I'm making 6 cards total, and then I just cut all of these in half so that I have a 4x6 piece of cardstock, and I folded it in half to make a 3x4 card. Well, that wasn't confusing, right? Everyone knows what I'm talking about here. I'm going to put the fairy and the flowers to the side and just work with the bottle. So make sure that your bottle fits on that card. Make sure your card's in the right orientation. Then you just kind of want to peek and see which side is the sticker side, because it's kind of hard to see just by looking at it which side is the front of the sticker. So this is the front of the sticker, and this back part is just the acetate. So I'm going to put it here. The sticker is still, now I flipped it so that the acetate's on top and the sticker's on the bottom. This matters not that much because they're pretty symmetrical, but if you have a acetate that you're trying to place that like is completely different shaped on one side than the other, then it's really important that you don't do this next part wrong. But because the bottles are symmetrical, it's okay. So then I just take an ink, especially if it's like kind of an older ink pad that you have that won't give off a lot of ink, then that's probably the best one. So I take the ink and I kind of make an aura. Whoop. You see, like that's, ideally it wouldn't have that much ink around it, but it's okay. I'm just going to spread it out a little bit. So now I have the shape of the bottle in there. So now you didn't have to trace any, and then this isn't gonna look bad. Like, that doesn't look that weird to have it over there. It just kind of is more decoration. So now, this is one of my many uses for my awl. Off-label uses for the awl. So, you have the little pokey end. So you want the sticker to still be able to stick to this. So I'm not going to cut all the way to the end of where that was. I'm going to come in like a centimeter, and then I'm going to draw like a little, basically trace it but a centimeter in. And then you have like this little shape that you're drawing out. Like that. So I think you should be able to see that I'm just basically scoring it just a little bit with my awl. And then I'll do little dots in one section. Okay, so you're kind of perforating it. So now on this side you can see where those dots are. And I'm just going to make those dots a little bit bigger. I'm going to poke all the way through. And you just have to do about, not that much, it depends on what your scissors are shaped like. If you have really small, like really good like embroidery scissors, those might be the best thing to use, but I have these scissors here, so I just need to make that slot big enough for my blade to fit through comfortably without completely breaking everything. So I want to, if possible, preserve both the inside that I punch out but definitely preserve the outside. So this way, by using the awl, you don't have to like cut an X in there. So now I can fit my scissors in there, and I didn't have to fold any folds that I don't want to be on the final piece. So I'm just cutting around where I made that score mark. Now you have this hole that you can see through even when you put the sticker on. So now I'm going to stick the sticker, but I'm going to keep the acetate that it's on. Don't get rid of the acetate. The acetate's very important. And we'll take this and stick it. Now don't stick it too much. Oh, also save this piece that you popped out from the inside. That's also important. So now you get your fairy. Make sure the fairy's in the right place. So I'm going to actually just go ahead and stick my fairy down too. So you might want to stick the fairy first. It doesn't really matter, but it kind of is a little bit easier to stick the fairy first when you don't have like this big sticker in the way. I think that's how I did the other ones. Okay, so I want it to be just about there, like that. And then this one I want to be kind of like that in front of the fairy. So I'm actually going to put this on the back side. I am going to peel this. This backing you don't have to save. You can toss it. And then you want to put the sticker, you want to stick the non-sticky side to the back of this sticker. Like that. And now you have the acetate from the bottle and you have the cutout piece from the card. So you just kind of line them up and then you do like an exact copy. Be careful because the acetate is slippery, but as long as you are holding it together, it should be pretty easy to just cut around. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you do want it to be pretty close to the same shape that you cut out. So this was right there, so this should be able to fit there too. So you just take that and push it up against there, and now you have everything all sandwiched in like that. And now I can take the last flower, which, where did it go? Here. And then put it wherever I want. I'll probably put it down here. Okay, so now you have this card that has a little window, but you didn't have to get a whole big piece of acetate out and have it like wobbling around. It's just going to stick right to where it was sticking to with the sticker in the first place. So I hope you like this project, and it's a nice way to utilize some of the interesting stickers that you have. I know I'm not the only one who struggles with this, especially when I'm filming because I can't get it right next to my face.